Your pet is a member of your family. They give you unconditional love, comfort, and companionship. You would do anything for them, but had you thought about what would happen to them if you were no longer here to care for them? Who would feed them? Who would take them on walks? Who would pay for their vet bills? If you don't have a plan, your beloved pet could end up in a shelter. Or worse, they could be euthanized. It's a heartbreaking reality that most pet owners don't want to think about. But you have to. Today, we're going to talk about how to create a comprehensive estate plan for your pets. Welcome back. I'm Tua, your estate planning attorney. For many of us, our pets are our children. We love them, we spoil them, and we can't imagine our lives without them. But in the eyes of the law, pets are property. You can't leave money to your dog in your will. So, how do you ensure that they're taken care of after you're gone? That's what we're going to talk about today. Under the law, pets are considered personal property, just like your car or your furniture. You can't leave property to property. So, you can't name your dog as a beneficiary in your will. You can't leave your cat a bank account. So, what do people do? They often lead their pet to a friend or a family member, and they leave that person some money to care for that pet. But this is a risky strategy. The person you name is under no legal obligation to use that money for your pet. They could take the money and drop your pet off at a shelter. There's no legal recourse. The best way to protect your pet is to create a pet trust. A pet trust is a legally enforceable arrangement that provides for the care and maintenance of your pet after you die. It's a way to ensure that your wishes for your pet are carried out. Here's how it works. First, you appoint a trustee. This is the person who will be in charge of managing the money in the trust. Next, you appoint a caregiver. This is the person who will have physical custody of your pet. Then, you fund the trust. You leave a certain amount of money in the trust to pay for your pet's care, food, vet bills, grooming, etc. The trustee makes regular payments to the caregiver to cover these expenses, and the trust can specify exactly how you want your pet to be cared for. What kind of food should they eat? How often should they go to the vet? What's their favorite toy? A pet trust can be created as part of your revocable living trust, or it can be a standalone document. You'll need to make several key decisions. Who will be the caregiver? Choose someone you trust who loves your pet and is willing to be able to care for them. Who will be the trustee? This can be the same person as the caregiver, but it's often a good idea to have a separate person manage the money to create a system of checks and balances. How much money should you leave? You need to calculate the annual cost of caring for your pet and multiply that by their life expectancy. That's a good idea to add a little extra for unexpected medical emergencies. What happens to the leftover money? You can specify who gets the remaining money in the trust after your pet dies. What if you don't have a large estate? What if you can't afford to set up a formal pet trust? There are other options. Find a forever home. Some animal sanctuaries and rescue organizations have programs where you can make a donation and they will care for your pet for the rest of their life. Create a pet care agreement. This is a less formal agreement between you and a caregiver that outlines your wishes for your pet's care. It's not as legally enforceable as a trust, but it's better than nothing. Your pet is a part of your family. Don't leave their future to chance. Take the time to create a plan that will ensure they are loved and cared for, even when you're no longer here. It's the last and most important gift you can give your loyal companion. Thanks for watching.